What's up everyone, it's me Lone, I hope you're doing alright, and today I'm here to talk about Assassin's Creed Mirage. I was invited to a pre-briefing of Ubisoft Forward where I got to see an in-depth discussion of the game and some never-before-seen gameplay. I am so damn excited for this title and I want to thank Ubisoft for the opportunity. Now keep in mind I wasn't allowed to capture anything from this session, so I'll just be putting up some other gameplay and trailers instead. So with all that out of the way, here is a rundown of everything they revealed and all my thoughts. I hope you enjoy. For the pre-briefing of Assassin's Creed Mirage, we heard directly from the narrative and animation directors at Ubisoft Bordeaux, who are the lead studio on the game, though they are receiving assistance from 11 other Ubisoft studios across the world. This typically has always been how Ubisoft has developed their AC titles, and I was encouraged to see the number of experienced talent that is back in the development of this game. Currently there are over 500 people working on the title, and they're in the last phase of production, focusing on polishing and squashing bugs. It seems they are well on track to hit their October 12th release date this year, so hopefully we do get a smooth launch experience. The goal of Assassin's Creed Mirage is clear: to return to the roots of the franchise and pay homage to the original AC titles. Ubisoft has clarified they want to go back to what it means to be an assassin, with an experience focused on parkour, stealth, and assassination. This honestly makes me really happy. Now don't get me wrong, I do like games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The Viking experience in particular was very much enjoyable to me. But it is clear that a lot of the recent AC games have gotten away from us being assassins in the franchise's true sense of the word. Furthermore, they even want to capture the look and feel of the early games, which is why Mirage's Middle Eastern setting, specifically in the city of Baghdad in the 9th century, is so important. Baghdad will be similar in size to Paris and Constantinople in previous Assassin's Creed games, and has been built in such a way to ensure Basim, the game's protagonist, can parkour on rooftops and across narrow streets, hunt in the shadows, and stealthily execute targets. So not only does this harken back to the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy, but ultimately, Mirage to me is feeling most like the very first Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed 2 is still my favourite in the franchise, but it was the original which kicked everything off, and even though it had its problems, I am still beyond excited in terms of how many cues Mirage is taking from the first title in the franchise. But while this all is well and good, the story and narrative in Mirage will need to be compelling enough to keep my interest. Thankfully, it looks like Ubisoft is taking this very seriously. Throughout the pre-briefing, Ubisoft stressed they want to tell a memorable and self-contained narrative in the game. It is set in a key moment of history for the Hidden Ones and the region, and as we know, the focus will be on Basim, who was introduced in AC Valhalla. Ubisoft are describing Mirage as a tragic coming-of-age story, exploring the tenets and the role of the Creed. I was then shown a new story trailer to help exemplify this. In the trailer, we see Basim being attacked by guards and saved by Roshan, in what seems to be Basim's very first interaction with the Creed and how he was ultimately recruited. Basim then escapes and plunges into the water, only to see strange visions of some scary looking creatures attacking him. This is kind of what we've seen before. Basim is then sitting around a campfire and listening to members of the Creed tell him about the assassin's tradition of the feather, which if you remember, they use to wipe the blood of targets they kill. The trailer then cuts to various scenes where Basim has become a fully fledged assassin, killing targets, attacking enemies, and training with Roshan. Roshan then explains to Basim who the Order of Ancients are, and ultimately his mission to help take them down. But it is clear that Basim is conflicted. He's dealing with his own personal demons and trying to discover who he is, while being told almost blindly to follow the Hidden Ones without question. Now it is hard to judge how good the game's story will be just based off of one story trailer, which of course has been meticulously crafted to elevate the game's plot and make it sound absolutely epic. Ubisoft do know how to make a good trailer after all. But I will say, I'm definitely keen to see more of Basim's backstory. He has always been a complex character, and I'm intrigued in exactly how his early journey within the Hidden Ones played out. Ubisoft explained that Mirage will be about Basim growing from street thief to master assassin, and him finding a sense of purpose as a Hidden One, while also still being haunted by nightmarish visions and not really knowing who he truly is. There is absolutely potential here for this story to be awesome, but only if they nail Basim's character development and indeed, even that of the setting and the supporting cast. Speaking to that, Ubisoft explained how Baghdad is at a turning point, An uprising is taking place against corruption and arbitrary justice, and apparently this is going to change the tides of history. In terms of these other characters, we will see Nahal, Bassam's childhood friend, fellow hidden ones like Roshan and Fulhad, and even the leader of the Zang rebellion, Ali bin Muhammad. Again, there is not too much to go off of here. The supporting cast sounds cool and all, but they need to be involved in Bassam's journey in a meaningful way and have development of their own. Next up, Ubisoft shifted focus to gameplay. The game's core loop will be investigating, hunting, striking, and evading. Parkour will be fundamental to Bassam traversing across Baghdad, and Ubisoft want to make the experience easy to access and easy to master. In terms of stealth, they are trying to ensure it's as reliable, predictable, and rewarding as possible. The NPC detection system has been revamped, AI reactions improved, and assassination animations recreated. Tying this all together, on top of his hidden blade, sword, and dagger, Bassam will have 5 tools at his disposal in the game, though they do need to be unlocked over time. This includes smoke bombs, blow darts, throwing knives, traps, and noisemakers. So as you can see, the focus here is clearly on sneaking, attacking enemies without them noticing, and escaping into the shadows. Direct combat is actually meant to be your backup option in the game when stealth has failed. Now, some of you might be concerned by this, but Ubisoft tried to stress that this doesn't mean they're not focusing on combat from a gameplay perspective. According to them, Bassam is still a skilled and agile fighter. Mirage will even have new core fight animations created specifically for the game, including new finish kill variations, combo attacks, and parries. And to exemplify this, we saw some new raw gameplay of Mirage, where Bassam has just eliminated a target and is escaping back to the Assassin's Bureau to regroup. There, he picks up a new tool and heads out on a contract mission. Now, I'm not going to describe each and every aspect of this gameplay trailer, but I will point out some things I found noteworthy. So, the gameplay started with Bassam parkouring across the streets of Baghdad and from a tightrope, jumping down to kill his first target. This truly looked and felt just like the first games, but with the benefit of today's technology to vastly improve the visuals and to add to the density of the city. The city of Baghdad itself looks absolutely gorgeous. I also enjoy the neat touches, like how when Bassam knocked down a structure to escape from the guards, this actually kicks up dirt from the ground, obstructing their vision and causing the guards to cough. There was also a cool sequence where Bassam was sliding down a rope across a bed of water and avoiding arrows from guards while doing so. Bassam is traversing rooftops and blending in with the crowd like a true assassin, and this is the kind of gameplay that made me fall in love with the franchise. Once Bassam escapes from the guards, he drops down into the bureau and speaks with Fulhad, Roshan, and Abu Jafar Muhammad. The narrative at this stage is pretty simple. They're looking to set up some more Assassin's Bureaus across the city. But it is still pretty early on in the game, and I think they're building to something a bit more epic. What I do appreciate though is that even though this is the English version of the game, alhamdulillah, they are still including some Arabic words and phrases in there, which is a really nice touch. Bassam then goes on to obtain a new tool from Abu Jafar, and what's cool is that you can choose what tool you want to select. The game doesn't handhold you and tell you what you're getting. You get to make the decision for yourself and try something you think will be fun. Though eventually, you'll get to unlock all the tools in the game. For this gameplay, he chose a blow dart, and this thing is completely silent, can put enemies to sleep, and can even be modified to apply poison or send enemies into a fit of rage. These upgrades are pretty dope, and hopefully we can change these on the fly, as they should just be a different ammunition type. But that wasn't clear from the gameplay. Bassam then heads out for a contract mission. Like with previous Assassin's Creed games, you can send up an eagle, this time called Ikidu, to scout the area. What's cool here is that when Bassam tries to do so, Ikidu is fired upon by an archer, so Bassam needs to take that guy down before being able to send Ikidu up again. Utilizing some leaps of faith and the classic eagle vision to identify targets, Bassam makes his way through a fortress, camouflages among civilians, hides in flower beds, uses his new blow darts to put guards to sleep, assassinates enemies from behind with his hidden blade, uses a noisemaker to act as a distraction, and throws knives to kill guards. This to me is exactly what a true Assassin's Creed game is meant to be like. Being stealthy, using different tools, and hiding in plain sight. I absolutely loved what I was seeing. And this was only reinforced after Bassam killed the archer, sent Akitu up to mark his main target, and then showcased Assassin's Focus. This is a new skill where you can mark several targets and watch Bassam kill them in a row instantly. This looked so damn sick and fun to use, and just adds another layer of depth to the gameplay. And then Bassam placed a poison trap behind a guard, assassinated his main target, which looked pretty awesome itself, and used a combination of throwing knives, smoke bombs, and even parrying during regular combat to take down more guards and get away, eventually disappearing into a crowd. Honestly man, I just want to get my hands on this damn game. Speaking of which, Ubisoft shared the price of Assassin's Creed Mirage, being $50 for the standard edition and $60 for the deluxe. This of course is lower than other AAA titles out there, and it's because Mirage is going to be a more condensed experience, which Ubisoft has previously stated would be upwards of 15 to 20 hours. So it is good that the price will be matching that, though I'm sure some of you out there will still think it should be a little bit cheaper. Finally, Ubisoft confirmed that those who pre-order the game will get an exclusive free quest themed around the Legend of Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. And that is all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video and what I had to say about the Ubisoft Forward pre-briefing for Assassin's Creed Mirage. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourselves, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.